Hey everyone, episode number 2 with my good buddy Omar. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing very well. Hey, one of the things I knew I wanted to talk to you about, given what's going on in the world in your life these days, is just has anything changed? Has your perspective as a type A go-getter, do whatever it takes to, life is short, life is precious. Has your internal clock or perspective, has any of that changed? And if so, how?
Oh, it's changed substantially. I mean, I think all of us in any industry, we get caught up with the next deal, the
Mhm.
next closing, the next opportunity, the next anything, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
But we're failing to miss the journey through our life right now
Mm.
because we fast forward our business and our life so fast. Because honestly, and I'm in the real estate business. You are too,
Mhm.
and we have closings attached to time frames.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
and what I see is that every deal that we get, right, might be a 45-day close, 15-day close, 20-day close. Lately, even this last couple years of just booming, I've been seeing life go by in escrows, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Because
I agree. Yeah.
45 days. Next thing you know, we're quarter two, quarter three. We're like, where the heck did the year go?
Right.
But yes, we've had some memories. But the thing is, of not being completely present because we're so focused on our next transaction, our
Yeah.
next deal, our next flip, that we're missing the boat in the journey of getting there and spending the time with your family and what's important. And I know a lot of you probably do take the time, but for people like ourselves, myself,
Yeah.
Michael, we're entrepreneurs. We do a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
we're going 100 miles an hour. And sometimes, you know what, we take it for granted. So lately, my perspective has changed, and I want to be able to be as busy as I was, but more present
Mm.
in my life in the process.
Yeah. It's funny. One of my greatest mistakes, and it's in my book that I wrote, is, we did a 15-year journey that ultimately ends in financial freedom, but I do not have any touchstones that I can go back in my memory bank and say, hey, when we did that thing, we did this as a family, right? It could have been we popped champagne when we got the first one, or when we did
Right.
our first 10 and 31, we took a vacation. I don't have any of those memories. I don't have any pictures, right? I was, again, it's not complaining. It's just a fact. And I don't want other people to repeat it. I worked my day job was 90-day cycles. I would literally could be fired for non-performance every 90 days. So that's how that's how my life was, is 90. I had 4 days a year, right? Every 90 days.
Right, right.
And then because I only could spend 10 to 20 minutes a day looking at my market, making deals, making moves, all of that was gone. And I was just exhausted for 15 years, right? I don't and I missed I missed Teresa's I mean, I was there physically, but present, not really. My big mistake I admit in the book, and I'm now telling all my students, is you've got to celebrate the small victories so that you
Yeah.
can have a memory. Put it in social media. Like one of the best things that my students are doing now is when they get a deal, they're taking selfies. Like just the other day, one was in front of the house. A week before, two people were clinking champagne glasses. Right? These are memories that you can touch. I don't have any of those, and I can't undo it, but I can tell everybody about the huge mistake that is.
Yes, but your memory now, Michael, is inspiring and instilling and educating others to do that. And now that the champagne, the people in front of the property becoming like, hey, this is my first flip. That is what you're living for now. So you
Yes.
went through that 15 years of grind, but look at where you came out on top. Most people won't even go through 60, I'm not going to say 60 years. I'm going to say 25, 30 years, and they're still doing the same thing. So you
Yeah.
had something else in mind, but this is what's cool. Like for you to realize that as well. And I know a lot of us that are listening to this call, a lot of us are not present in what we do. Trust me, because I used to get it all the time. Like, hey, you're here, but you're not here.
Yeah.
And anyone that's in this business will relate. So I think if we started to be present a little bit more, not a whole lot,
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to be there completely, but it's all in steps, right, Michael?
I totally agree. I mean, I don't have many regrets in life. That's one thing that I'm very happy for. But you know, the ones I do have often relay around, my daughter's 29 now. She's 29.
Oh, 29.
So 29, right? So, yeah, it's just, it, I don't want to beat myself up too much because I can't undo it, but just, it, it could have been different. And again, folks, don't do that. It's not worth a deal. I would love to have a few more memories, a few more pictures, a few more. I mean, one of the greatest things I would do was around Christmas time, right? I would love, because we're going to do a Zoom Christmas, just like everyone. She's in New York. And I would love to have her tell a story about, you know what, when you bought that house or that apartment, we went to Disneyland or something. I don't have those. So folks, involve the family, right? And again, it doesn't have to be expensive because that's another thing, right? Keep the expenses low, but something. It could be a pizza party, right? It could be, let's go drop $100 on 4 large pizzas. Let's invite I mean, that would be something I would do today. If I could do it over again, we get that first house on Norris Drive. I would order 10 pizzas. I'd have Teresa's 6 girlfriends come over. We do a freaking movie marathon of Grease or whatever the hell they want to watch. And I'd be like,
Greece.
there's a memory, right? And then she could talk about the time she watched Grease with her 6 friends or whatever. Folks, don't make my mistakes. Lift your head up, make some memories. The regrets suck. Make some memories, have them. And that's a big deal for me. That's a big deal. I want people to realize that's a big deal.
And to add, Michael, I mean, this is all great. I mean, honestly, I'm living by this now. It sucks that I didn't before, but I will tell you, your windshield is that big for a reason. Keep moving. You have
Yeah.
your rearview mirror is so small. It's in the rear, but it gives you an idea of what not to do anymore.
Yeah.
So you got to take it as learning and be present now, because think about it. If you didn't start investing at 20 years old, okay, fine. But you can start now.
Yeah.
If you're 30, 35 years old, start now, because by the time you're 55, 60, you're going to be in a way better position.
Yeah.
So it's all about just starting now. Be
Totally.
present now,
Yep.
because you can't change anything.
Nope. Agreed.
You can't.
Yeah. I love this.
And then what if, yeah, I can go on, and I love this too. And this is something like your next 5 years, you know what? Focus on that along with your journey of success. And now you're going to have something that's, every time you hit a milestone, maybe you write it down. This is the perfect time to write down your goals for next year, and write it down and attach something of what you want to do when you do get it.
You know what? I want this on record. What I would tell people to do, again, I'm talking to folks with your family over the holidays. I want you to brainstorm a list of 10 things that you could do as a family that costs less than $500. Make it a family exercise. Family exercise, everybody. And I want to see the list. Folks, you put it in a comment section. I want to see the list. 10 things that you as a family could do that cost less than $500. And then as you tick off your accomplishments in 2021, you write your first offer. You get your first deal. You get your next deal. I want to hear from you. I want to see a picture of the family going to Disneyland if you live in SoCal, because you probably can do that for $500. If it's just you and your wife, no kids yet, go to a winery. I want to see the list and I want to see the pictures.
I just wrote this down, Michael. You guys all need to do this, because this is something that we're going to do this weekend. And you know what? Better yet, if it's the first offer you write, take a picture with the offer and you and your significant other, or in front of the new house that you just acquired. And you know what? And that right there, you just gave me something. We flip a lot of homes, we buy a lot of properties, and as do you. Why not attach it to a photo, and it could just be a selfie?
Exactly.
And say, hey, new investment property. Now that we did this, we're going to do this. Like, literally, like, I'm going to, and my goal, obviously, so I'm going to put on Front Street, is 30 flips this next year and 30 transactions. So that's going to be 30 photos with my lady and my baby, and hopefully my oldest daughter as well. And then we're going to attach something to it, whether it's a dinner, whether it's coffee, whether it's something. So now it correlates.
Exactly. Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm going to
This
look
is good.
forward to seeing your list.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So again, folks, this is no joke. The holiday season, family time. I want all the family involved. What are the 10 things that you can do as a family that you all want to do that are $500 or less? I want to see
Big.
the list. Let's go. Yeah.
Cool. This was
Cool.
good, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
really
let's just
good.
wrap up with this one. I think this is a great action item, folks. Again, leave the comments below. I want to see them. Thanks, buddy.
All right. You're welcome. See ya.